Something that has been on my mind lately is OCD, specifically religious OCD. Because I have noticed in my life that I have some OCD tendencies, and I think that a lot of it stemmed from my religious upbringing. And so I've been wondering if I had a bit of religious OCD, or I don't know even how to say this word, scrupulosity. Yeah. So, obviously, I can't just diagnose myself with religious OCD because that would be terrible and unethical. But I am going to take this quiz and just kind of explore, the questions that it asks me and some of my experiences to maybe get a bit more understanding about why I am the way I am now, which specifically, like, why do I feel the need to control things all the time, and why am I so fearful and anxious? Okay, so that's why we're doing this today. We're gonna try to explore. My name's Hannah, by the way, in case you didn't know. The first question is, it says do you, but I'm gonna change it to like past tense because I'm no longer religious. So, did I frequently feel the need to confess sins or seek reassurance about my moral or religious behavior? Definitely not. I didn't feel the need to like confess my sins to like people, to other human beings, but to God himself, yes. Absolutely, I felt the need to confess my sins. Like, I remember one time, this was like literally in kindergarten. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I know it wasn't very nice. It was about this girl's name, and what I said wasn't super kind. And I remember I was so worried because she like moved and I couldn't apologize to her, so I thought that I was gonna like not get into heaven because I couldn't apologize to this girl. And so I like was very adamant about repenting for that sin, I guess. And that was like when I was super young. That's just one example. So, did I frequently feel the need to confess to other people? No, but confess sins to God? Yes. I'm going to say moderately. I'm going to say moderately on that one. Okay. Next. Did you spend an excessive amount of time in prayer or religious rituals beyond what is typical for my faith? I mean, definitely more than like my peers, like a ton more than my peers. I was constantly in the Book of Mormon. Constantly. I read every single day from the 6th grade up until January of my senior year of high school. And it started out like in 6th grade. I think it took me like 3.5 years to finish it for the first time because it's a long book. And I didn't really read that often, but after that first time, I was very, very adamant. I read a lot a day. I took a lot of notes. But I don't know if it's beyond what is typical for my faith because, like, all the talks and the leaders, they tell you to do that. But in my experience, not a lot of people actually do that. The only other person that I know that reads every day is my mom. So I'm not really sure how to answer this question. I'm going to say, since I don't really know how to answer the question, I'm going to say moderately again. Okay. Did I experience intense fear or anxiety about committing sins or moral transgression, even in minor or trivial matters? Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. So much fear about not going to heaven, and so much I don't even need to explain it. Like, that was literally me. Extremely, extremely on that one. Did you find yourself repeatedly seeking assurance from others about your moral or religious standing? I don't know if I explicitly like went up to the church leaders and was like, am I going to be okay? did it with my mom a few times. But what I would do is compare myself to my peers. Like, and this sounds terrible. This is gonna sound terrible, but a lot of times I was like, oh, I'm doing so much more than like my peers. Like, I'm gonna be fine. Like, Celestial Kingdom, bang, that's mine. That sounds terrible, but seeking assurance from others. So I guess that's not really seeking assurance, but I did do that a little. Like, seeking assurance, yes. So we're gonna say a little. Did I avoid certain situations or activities because I feared they might lead you to commit sin or moral transgression? Yes. Yes. Absolutely yes. Whether that's, I mean, I was taught to, like, stay away from parties, you know, and stay away from people that don't have the same values as me or whatever. AKA, like, people that don't drink, they don't vape. Which, like, yes, I think it is important to take care of your body, but also I feel like I could have had so much more friendships if I would just open myself up to more people and more situations. So we're going to say extremely on that one, because that was definitely me. Oh, that was it. That was the quiz. I don't know if one of these quizzes is going to make me pay. But, okay, apparently not. My score is 17. Ooh. Apparently that's really bad. High likelihood of religious OCD. Cool. Yeah, so I guess it says this is so embarrassing. It says that it's recommended that I seek professional help. So maybe I'll bring this up to my therapist. But also, like, you can't really diagnose somebody based off of, like, 7 questions. So, that, like, I try not to take these things too seriously. Okay, but I will bring it up with my therapist, I promise. Self-diagnosing yourself is bad. Maybe this was a little bit of a trauma dump. Maybe you realize that you also need to talk about this with your therapist. I don't know. I know I am going to. Yeah, my name's Hannah. I post like twice a week, I don't know, about like a lot of times ex-Mormon stuff. I'm gonna start doing like advice videos, or not really advice videos, but like outside of Mormonism videos. Yeah, basically, that's it.